Bill Ward, and he was my 5th grade teacher, and I was having kind of a hard time in my life at that point. I was not an untroubled 10-year-old, but I don't know, for some reason he made me excited to learn, and I kind of wanted to impress him because it seemed like he was really paying attention to me when it didn't feel like a whole lot of other people were. And I actually think that I took academics seriously from that point forward, largely because of him. Like, he set me down that path somehow. And it wasn't because he was stern or I was afraid of him or anything like that. It was because I wanted to make him happy, but he was also finding a way to engage me in a way that I got excited about what we were doing, like learning the periodic table. Which I never really did, so it was a bad example. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, etc. I sent him, I found his email address a couple of years ago and emailed him a thank you letter. And he had retired, and oh my God, I'm kind of tearing up. He retired and it was a public school in a town that didn't have a whole lot of money, and he worked his whole life as a teacher in elementary school. And when he retired, he donated a bunch of money, like tens of thousands of dollars, to the school that he had taught at his whole career. And it's just, I don't know, it was a cool guy. Just by paying attention to a kid that wasn't getting paid attention to, I think he made a big difference. So there. There was another guy in my childhood right around that time, Mr. Hygus. I delivered papers, and I delivered papers to this guy's house. He was retired, and he somehow just stopped me one day. Oh, I know what it was. He hadn't paid me, and I was like knocking on the door, like, "Hey, it's payday! Like, we gotta pay up." And we got to talking, and he found out that me and my little brother, who was with me at the time, were being raised by a single mom. Somehow it came up, and he took it as a sign from on high that he should help us out. He had run a workshop when he was much younger for fatherless boys, and taught them how to do woodworking and work with electricity and stuff like that. And he had stopped doing it. He had stopped doing it 25 years before, but he started it up again just for me and my little brother. And he would teach us Chinese and how to make little circuits after school. And we had no money. I haven't thought about Mr. Hygus in a long time. We had no money at that point in our lives, and we were actually, we were kind of homeless. We were living in a tent, and he would take us out to dinner at restaurants that we would never imagine being able to go to. And we brought him Christmas presents. When I was like 13 years old, we came to his house to bring him Christmas presents, and he had passed away a couple weeks before, and I just broke down crying. I don't know what happened. But thank you for bringing that up. Yes. He was not a teacher, so that wasn't even relevant to your question. So I apologize for throwing the pieces in front of you guys. But I'm not. This is like completely earnest. I think about him, and I think about Will Ward. When I started Random Acts, it was like those guys and a couple of other people in my childhood made such a profound impact on me, and it was completely out of the generosity of their hearts with no expectation of anything in return. And for them, they were not making huge sacrifices. They were just paying attention, and that's what I want to do with Random Acts, like help people perpetuate that kind of thoughtfulness in the world. So anyway.